What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here at what just might be the most underrated landmark in all of Los Angeles, the Venice Canals. They're beautiful, they're historic, and they form the backbone of what was called Venice of America. And today, they just might be the heart of Venice. Let's get into it. More than a century ago, Los Angeles developer Abbott Kinney set out to create a unique seaside resort that would bring a taste of Italy to Southern California. Inspired by the enchanting waterways he had just visited in Venice, Italy, Kinney envisioned a Venice of America, a place where canals would replace streets and gondolas would glide serenely through the water, where visitors could escape the bustle of city life for a taste of European charm right here on the California coast. Kinney's original plan called for 16 miles of canals, which would be dug by hand and by mule, and would be finished by steam-powered dredging equipment to meet Kinney's tight deadline for a grand 4th of July opening. And what a grand opening it was on July 4th, 1905. Evoking the romance and charm of their European namesake, the Venice Canals quickly became a beloved destination, not just for their beauty, but for the vibrant community that blossomed around the canals. Amusement piers, dance halls, and theaters lined the nearby boardwalk and created a lively atmosphere filled with music, laughter, and the salty breeze of the ocean. Despite their early popularity, the canals faced challenges. Poor engineering led to rapid bank erosion and stagnant water, which diminished their appeal. By the 1920s, the rise of the automobile made the narrow, winding canals impractical for modern transportation. And by 1929, most of the original canals were filled in and converted to roads, leaving only a section of the short-line canals intact. A large oil field was discovered underneath, hastening the decline of the canals. And the canals fell into neglect, their banks overgrown and waters murky, a shadow of their former glory. The remaining waterways became a quiet, tucked-away neighborhood, largely forgotten amid the sprawling metropolis of Los Angeles, with the notable exception of artists, musicians, and beatniks. But that said, throughout the late 60s, early 70s, and into the 80s, the decline continued. That is, until a neighborhood push to clean up and revitalize the canals ensued, leading to the canals being listed on the National Register of Historic Places and as a Los Angeles Historic Cultural Monument in the 1980s. By the 90s, a major rehabilitation project restored the canals, bridges, and walkways, transforming the area into a picturesque and highly desirable residential neighborhood. The remaining canals that survive today, Carroll, Linney, Howland, Sherman, Eastern, and Grand, are nestled just inland from the Pacific Ocean and represent a rare example of early 20th century community planning and recreational design in coastal California. In short, Abbott Kinney's dream still lives on, though maybe not quite to the scope and scale of his original vision of Venice of America, or in this case, Venice, Italy. So the Venice Canals are one of the most underrated and underappreciated landmarks in all of Los Angeles. They're beautiful, they're unique, and they're historic. And you gotta check them out because they really are one of a kind here in Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.